my Hobbyking Sport Jet 70 and cruising around on about 1/2 power at the moment. This has got a standard Habu setup, only because the original motor that was in here was actually replaced before I bought it, so I wanted to make it more user friendly. Decent amount of power, decent response, but I didn't want to have to put in huge sized batteries for decent flying time and, you know, upsetting the CG. So I went with a standard Habu setup, and this actually flies quite a bit quicker than a standard Habu. This is just 1/2 power, as I said, cruising around here. It's a very, very friendly aircraft. I've got a little bit of a wind, but nothing major, and a very, like I say, user-friendly plane to fly. I can do some pretty neat tricks with it, stuff that I can't do with a Habu. I think the Habu probably weighs quite a bit more, so that's why this seems to perform a bit better on the standard Habu power plant. But I mean, I've gotten to know this plane incredibly well. You know, I can do some pretty nice aerobatics with it. It's very, very easy to fly upside down. Doesn't require much down elevator, and like I say, just a very, very nice bird to fly. It flies quite slowly, very nicely. I mean, now we're down to probably about 1/3 power now. I don't like to tax my batteries on this. Bring it in nice and low. Doesn't have much in the way of tip stall, in fact hardly anything. Very, very nice plane to fly. You can keep it in the tight confines of the park. I've got it set on dual rates, 60%. Find it very, very friendly at 60%, and it also flies well off the power as well. I'll demonstrate that with a low level glide by. This is gliding by without power. I'll just put some power on just to keep it above those trees, and because it will lose energy through the turns. Again, not really going much above 1/2 power, cruising between 1/3 and 1/2. The standard setup on this doesn't make it perform that well. I don't think it's a very good fan. Obviously a bit of a cheap one that Hobbyking have put in just to shove it out the door. Just about out of power now, so I'll take it around and drop the power, bring it in. I'm happy as long as I clear the trees, and it hand launches, as you saw, nicely, which means it has to belly land, but no issues belly landing it at all. That was a 4.5 minute flight from beginning to end, and that was on a 2700 milliamp dual sky battery. It's not the best battery that I've got by far, but it seems to go quite nicely in this. But now I'll put an E-Flight battery in here, and I'll do some high-speed runs with it. High-speed runs, that's a different matter. When I put this onto full power, it will smash past the 100-mile-an-hour mark. I mean, flying around on half power, that was registering 65.9 miles an hour, 60.1 miles an hour, 79.4 miles an hour. Well, what I'll do now is I'll put a E-flite battery in there. It's got a bit more juice in it, and I won't give it as long a flight. I'll obviously only give it about 3.5 minutes or so, because I'll do some high-speed flybys, and we'll see what the Doppler picks it up at. But I have had this at about 107 miles an hour. Okay, reset the timer, and away we go. Okay, I'll back it off while it's climbing. That's on 1/2 power and still climbing. And now I'll bring it down straight and level across the Doppler. I'm pretty sure that recorded a time. I'm just not close enough to it to have heard it. This is a 1/2 power into wind. That was 97.5 miles an hour. Coming back for another one. That was 95.9 miles an hour, and that was into wind. .92 miles an hour. So I think today, because there's not much wind, all the passes I'm going to do now at high speed. I'll do some aerobatics. This could probably do with a larger throw on the elevator, especially once you start putting in a 3000 milliamp battery. Doesn't really upset the C or G, just makes the nose a bit heavy for the elevator throw. So, but what I don't want to do is upset the sensitivity on the controls, because the way it's set up now, I mean, I don't have any dual rate on the elevator. It's just 100%, and I like it the way it is when it comes to doing aerobatics through the park. So as much as I do want to change the amount that the elevator actually moves, I'm going to have to also dial in quite a bit of expo, because I don't want it to change until I really want it to change. As you can see, this plane just very, very easy to handle. will do an inverted circuit, but I'm not sure what the battery state is right now. Well, that's the end of 5 minutes, so I'm going to bring her into land now. That's power off. She's just gliding down to me now. There's almost no wind now.